Yeah, unfortunately, had way too many third down situations that kept us on the field defensively, and we lost the edge a couple times. Gave up a big play. We missed a field goal, a short field goal, and then we didn't make enough plays offensively to keep the offense on the field. And obviously, can't turn it over as much as we did. So, got a lot of things to look at and make sure we get those things fixed by the time we come out the next time.
Questions, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
David, you felt pretty good coming into this game. Felt like you could show that you were a different team. What do you think you showed today?
A team down 31-7 or whatever it was that had a fight in them. A team we struggled a little bit offensively at least. Just having that killer instinct that we need to find, and a lot of it reflects the quarterback position and just across the board. We got to make plays when they're there, and that's all around. That's the game of football for you.
Daryl, Markel went out early in the third quarter. He never came back, and then you had some guys that didn't play last week, and then also Jimmy not playing today. Can you just kind of assess the injury report?
Yeah, Markel got a shoulder. We thought it was a stinger, but it might be a strain or sprain. So we'll have to take a close evaluation on where he is after today and tomorrow. Jimmy Herman has a hamstring that he got on Thursday that kept him from playing. And then we have backs that we depend on, and those guys got to step up and make plays. So that's why we played those other guys.
Daryl, in your defensive scheme, when they're going wide and you're having to put dime on the field and then they run, how do you do a better job of stopping that in what your scheme is right now?
Yeah, we'll take a look at that, and Kyle, and we'll find out what the answers are when they do spread us out and then run the football, especially with the quarterback. The quarterback's an issue when they spread us out. And we got one linebacker in the box, but we'll take a look and see what we need to make the adjustments.
For Jawan and Jake both, I mean, just where do you feel like the deficiencies were today defensively?
I guess I'll start off. Tackling, definitely. Early in the game, we struggled tackling, and we had a few deep balls competing, so we got to watch the film, see what the deficiencies were, what was, and I'm on to Nevada.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it tomorrow, but I think early on, tackling, just not getting off the field when we have opportunities to.
Jordan, what do you think of the way the offense played today?
I think we have to run the ball better, and it starts up front with us five, and we have to protect as long as we need to, and we're going to get back in the film room and correct what needs to be corrected and come back out.
Daryl, earlier this week we asked you to look back 3 years ago at the game against Cincinnati. You said one of the things that stood out to you were the missed opportunities early on. In this game, do you also feel like there were some missed opportunities early that could have changed the complexion of the game?
I thought early in the game, they hit a long run on the sideline on us. We missed the field goal, obviously. And then we had a couple drop balls early in the game. That, some of those plays could change the whole complexion of the game. You don't know. Not like the last one where we had the opportunities inside the five, but just still lost opportunities.
Daryl, defensively, you guys came into the season coming up with an alignment that was specifically for what you said, stopping people on third down, getting better matchups on third down. And Eastern Kentucky was 10 of 13, and Cincinnati had 12 in a row today. So is that schematically, does that need to be revisited? Is that just execution that's not happening?
Yeah, right now we're not making the plays on those balls. Those challenged throws. We're in decent position, but we're just not making plays on the ball. So we got to take a look and see if that's the best thing that we're doing, and if not, we'll make an adjustment.
Jake, just how do you guys stop the run?
We'll take a look at it tomorrow, but it starts up front, striking guys, making plays, staying in your hole, staying in your gap. So we'll look at it tomorrow and see what went wrong.
Jordan, what's your message now to this team? And like I kind of said, David, you felt like you were going to prove something this week, and wasn't the outcome that you wanted?
Definitely wasn't the outcome we wanted, and we're going to take a hard look in the mirror and evaluate what we need to do to get better. I mean, this is not the end of this team. We're going to come back out and we'll do what needs to be done to get the ball rolling again.
David, can you take us through what you saw on the interception right before halftime from the red zone?
Yeah, that was a it was a bootleg play, but it just wasn't a good ball. I had my guy that it didn't come out of my hand as well as I wanted it to, and I should have thrown it away. You know, hindsight's 20/20. I should have thrown it away right there and given us a shot to get points.
Daryl, a lot of areas of your program has improved over the last 4 years when you look at strength and conditioning and other factors, but the results are missing. Is there another missing piece that needs to come around, or the lack of progress just in the win category in your tenure here continues to show up?
Yeah, well, we lost one game, right? That's not a season. So we'll come back and we'll go back to work, and we're certainly not going to act like Chicken Little and act like the sky's falling. We're going to come back to work, and we'll figure out the problems and we'll get it fixed.
David, you said after last week's game that the receivers were a strength of this team. I think some guys took another big step forward today. Gregory Phillips a little bit more involved. Obviously, Yancey and Young had huge days. Is this just going to be continued growth over the season? You think that there's going to be more, connection with you and these guys as you kind of roll through the year?
Yeah, those guys are as good as anybody. You guys see it. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world. And Damo and D'Angelo had great days. And it starts up front. Like Jordan said, it does start up front. It's another week we didn't have another sack. So there are things you can take that are positive from this game. And you can't lose turnover 5-0 and expect to win a game.
Daryl, that's kind of actually what I was just going to ask when you talked to me and preach ball security. Did you feel like you guys were taking chances, or when you look at the interception specifically, I mean, I don't know how one could have been a punt. How do you look at those?
Well, some of them were deflected balls, which is deflections always lead to interceptions. And then other ones were challenge balls that either we got to throw it away or we got to get it out of the air as a receiver. So they're not interceptions, but they're all different types of interceptions.
Coach, you got to see a little more game action from Fuller. Just where is he at? How confident are you in him when Jones can't play?
Well, he's our backup guy right now. He's done a nice job up till this point, and he continues to get better. Another young player that will be a good player when it's all said and done.
Juwan, what's your perspective on what needs to be better on third down and getting off the field there?
Like Coach Hazel said, tackling, making plays on the ball, recognizing that it's third down, and then we have to get off the field.
Anything else? Last one?
Daryl, how do you handle this bye week? Because in past seasons, you've had your bye week later where you can maybe retool some things. But you're only 2 games into the season. As you said, you're not going to push the panic button right now. But what needs to happen in this bye week to push this team forward?
Well, we'll come back as a group and we'll work together on Wednesday and Thursday in practice. We'll take a long look at it as a staff. We'll get back off the road, and we'll make the corrections that we need to make. And we need to get better, obviously, in those situations that are hurting us right now, which are obviously third downs and not making enough plays offensively, and making sure we take care of the football. But there'll be a plan in place to make sure it gets fixed.
Thank you, everybody.